kasih kepada semua sebab hadir dalam saya punya presentation hari inilah. Actually pada hari ini saya akan mempersembahkan atau share kepada kamu tentang my topic is to discovering cultural identity through art. Basically banyak-banyak culture they have their own identity sendirilah tersendiri, dan juga dia ada macam every symbol because certain culture they have their own identity to show to the society cara dia hidup, cara dia makan, dan juga cara how they buat art. That's the topic that how I as a Bidayuh people itself, I discover my identity through my studies, especially through art, dengan juga dari segi how I do my research, especially about Bidayuh culture itself lah. Saya dilahirkan di Sibu Sarawak sebenarnya, tapi my parents berasal dari Baut Sarawak. And then sejak masa I kecil, basically I ada juga expose dengan my own culture identity sendirilah. Tetapi at the same time when we convert to Christianity, most of the culture itself tu mula dilupakan, dan generasi baru sekarang pun tidak lagi mengetahui dan mempelajari bentuk cultural inilah, disebabkan oleh modernization, sometimes about the social media juga sebab kita dah modern. And then at the same time mungkin sebab education sendiri kita automatically lupa pasal adat budaya Bidayuh lah. Tapi kalau kita tengok sini, Bidayuh representation 8% dekat Sarawak population. Basically kalau you tengok dia ada 4 subtopik Bidayuh. Kalau you pergi Lunduk, you pergi Baut, you pergi Serian, okay, and then you pergi Padawan juga. Dia ada different subtopik. Dia sama tapi dia berbeza. Dari segi pakaian ni kalau you tengok merah, biru ataupun merah hitam, basically lah dia punya tagline tu kuning pun ada. Tetapi kalau you pergi detail, basically dia amat berbeza dari segi culture sendiri, terutamanya culture in term of ritual ceremony. Dia punya perayaan dia hampir serupa tapi tak sama juga. Okay, and then the next one, kalau you tengok, this is the Bidayuh punya Baut. Sebab topik saya, I fokus kepada Bidayuh area dekat Baut. Because macam I mention tadi, dekat certain area tu nampak sama tapi tak serupa. This why my focus topic in the Bidayuh area lah, in Baut. And then kalau you tengok, basically, kalau you nak pergi dari Baut ke Kuching, biasanya dalam 45 minutes lah. My area tu, I pergi kampung Peninjau untuk my research, sometimes I pergi kampung Grogok. And then kampung sikit lama juga, my area kampung lah. Okay. And then this is the Baut. Kalau you tengok silhouette of the Baut mountain ni, actually last time Baut ni, kalau you tengok Baut kan orang cakap bau, tapi actually this is from the Hakka word. Okay, ada kata mau. Okay, selepas dia British datang, dia salah pronounce, that's why dia become Baut. Dia punya history of the name lah. Okay. And then this, you tengok sangat beautiful lah Baut ni area, especially dalam pandemic ni. You can see that our nature sekarang recover because tak ada pollution, everything, and then because everybody stay in the home, tak ada buat apa, and then you can see the nature is very cantik. I'm very lucky because I stay dekat kampung this pandemic 1.5 years, and then I can discover, I can explore more. Sometimes I follow my mom to kebun, and then this is how I get my inspiration lah untuk buat art actually. Okay, this is my village. Very cantik. Sekarang ni pagi-pagi memang banyak kabus. Very lucky lah. And then this one masa matahari terbenam. You can see the colors. I memang suka ambil gambar because at the same time automatically this is the thing that how I get inspiration when I do my work. And then you can see the slide yang I tunjuk ni. Basically they talk about how I inspiration using the acrylic itself. I transform into the canvas painting kecil lah. Kalau kamu bertanya satu soalan kepada saya, kenapa saya membuat culture Bidayuh as a youth, as my artwork inspiration? I think macam saya cakap tadi, sebagai youth sendiri, you tengok this kind of thing is mula dilupakan. Sebagai artis saya rasa saya bernasib baiklah, because last time everyone have their own cita-cita. Last time I nak kerja museum sebenarnya, I nak jadi tukang masak. Suddenly I pergi bidang macam ni, I rasa macam satu benda yang ajaib lah, because suddenly I masuk art, Lepas tu automatically my lecturer also memberikan peranan sangat penting dalam saya punya study, because they always cakap, oh Candy, why not you buat something about your own culture? And then started from that one, I started to do about my research about culture, and then automatically I will know more, because as an outsider, you tengok culture tu as a culture. Tetapi kalau you pergi deeper, actually the culture itself tu banyak benda. Macam sometimes you tengok the gelang yang I pakai ni lah. This is just a gelang. Tetapi kalau you pergi tanya orang-orang Bidayuh yang buat gelang, dia cakap, oh gelang ni berasal dari mana, dia punya siapa yang craftman dia. At the same time, cerita mungkin ada cerita dongeng di sebaliknya. That's the thing that I suka buat pasal research lah. Basically kalau you tengok sini, hanya 8% saja yang masih practice this kind of Asian belief lah. This one 2001. Okay, and then you bayangkan sekarang dah 2022, and then the new thing that I discover, most of the Daeng Bori now already converted to Christianity. At the same time, most of them dah tua already. The paling tua tak salah I 96 tahun. And then dia tak larat lagi, and then at the same time dia follow dia punya society sendirilah. Society dia tak practice, dia pun tak practice anymore. That's the thing that bagi I punya strong untuk buat my documentation about this one. Okay, this is the thing that research I do. You can see that I berjumpa dengan Daeng Bori. At the same time, I pergi makan dengan diorang. I sit with them. At the same time, I duduk juga dengan Shaman dekat bawah. Shaman, we call penyigal lah. For me, that when you do research, automatically you kena ada connection with them. You become kawan. When you become kawan, they akan trust you. At the same time, later, dia akan help you untuk develop and then give some information, sharing information lah. Okay, and then you can see that this is some of my work. You can see that when I do work, I juga masukkan elemen-elemen Bidayuh identity itself. Dalam masa sama, I put juga the Bidayuh punya Panggiah, Manik. At the same time, kalau you tengok, I letak juga Christianity cross. The Christian tu sebenarnya di sebalik maksud. Sometimes as a Christianity itself, you pun ada macam ada konflik. You nak buat culture ke? You nak Kristen. Tapi serta-serta agama dia melarang you untuk praktis benda-benda macam ni. Tapi I tak salahkan setiap agama dia ada prinsip masing-masing lah. Tetapi saya bersikap open. Saya buat untuk documentation of this kind of knowledge. Okay. And then this is the work that I do lah. You can see that how I apply the Christianity punya cross dekat the mask. And at the same time I buat juga another work here. You can see that I letak a mask juga, tapi this one I guna etching. At the same time I mix with charcoal and then acrylic. The work ni you can see the baptism, and then another title is Inner Conflict. This is the true story. When I interview one of the shaman Daeng Bori, dia pernah cakap kat I, kenapa you convert Christian? I convert Christian because my daughter yang suruh I convert. Dia cakap, now I dah tua already. When I convert, easy for me later. When I pass away, dia akan tanam. Dia cakap macam itulah. At the same time, dia cakap dia tak boleh dengar lagi bunyi-bunyi gong. Dia tak boleh tengok lagi macam gawai upacara, because dia rasa macam when they see, dia akan rasa sad, and then dia akan cry. That's why I letak the title is Inner Conflict. You pakai mask as you ada religion, tetapi at the same time you masih lagi miss you punya own punya cultural thing. Tapi you tak boleh buat apa sebab that is the way of life lah. Okay. And then you can see this one. This is the thing that I tak suka about this one. Okay, this one, be honest. When I pergi research, I very lucky because my friend tu cakap the father yang ambil dia punya wood carving ni semua. And then the church cakap dia akan letak this one kat museum. Tapi for me that as a professional punya thing, kalau you nak letak barang, nak jaga the barang, you tak boleh letak dalam guni. That is the thing lah, the proper thing. Tapi like I told you, sometimes the society is too big. Sometimes you kena follow. I very lucky because this is the first time I open the rasang, the wood carving. Later I akan pergi to that topic. You can see that kalau you pergi ceremony, basically dia akan cover dia punya rasang tu. Tetapi this is the first time I can see everything. And then you can see, actually this is the best part when I do research lah. I boleh study dia punya motif. I can study dia punya how dia punya kepala look like, dia punya tail macam mana. Okay. And then at the same time, Bidayuh ni dia very interesting with, I think indigenous people they very interesting because everything that you buat, you kena respect with the nature. And then you kena stay harmony together with them. Okay. Because when you stay harmony, you akan dapat kebaikan. Dua-dua akan dapat kebaikan lah. Okay. And then basically, whatever upacara yang dia buat, dia ada function. Without function, dia tak akan buat dia upacara seremoni. Okay? And then this is the thing. Kalau you tengok one of my work ni, I buat line of ritual because when I pergi the research tu kan, basically Daimbori ataupun syaman akan pergi nguguah. Nguguah ni mean is the time when dia pergi in trance lah, pergi ke alam lain. And then when they do, dia akan pusing. Dia akan pusing satu bulatan. When dia pusing satu bulatan, that's why when I buat ni dekat my mind, my subconscious, I fikir macam I pusing. Actually, this is the thing that this one a little bit abstract, tetapi as an artist itself, how I transfer this kind of energy dalam I punya work, because in element of art, dia ada line. Line tu pun, quality of line tu important to show the energy when you do artwork. Okay, this one another one. This is the thing that first time I buat live painting. Imagine last time I buat live painting ni, dia bagi I 5 minit and then I buat. I ada stress sikit because after this painting finish, I kena bagi dekat presiden. Because my president akan retire kan, and I bagi. This one also I collaborate with my friend lah, 5 minutes. This one also how I interpret the work. Okay, interpret the work become this kind of work. This spiritual of line lah. Okay, at the same time, for me that tadi I bercakap pasal we need to respect nature kan. At the same time, actually nature itself, dia ada their own spirit jungle. Dekat spirit tu, you kena jaga the jungle itself. And then at the same time juga, you can see that dekat jungle sendiri ada banyak herb dan benda-benda macam tradisional yang untuk perubatan. Okay, kalau you tengok dekat my drawing tu, I ada lukis satu tumbuhan. This one Bidayuh believe that when hujan panas, this one kalau bahasa Melayu we call kayu hujan panas lah. Basically kalau you bakar the kayu, waktu hujan panas, the evil spirit akan lari. Because they believe that dia punya mata akan buta lah. That's the thing that certain people, when we draw something, we tak realize sebenarnya benda-benda tu ada kaitan dengan our own culture lah. This one sama juga talk about the other world, spiritual world. You can see that when I do work, I suka experiment and I can see the visual lah, the subconscious punya mind. Okay, at the same time, kalau you tengok my work juga, I suka buat pasal insect because reflect my own culture, because I believe that not necessarily kalau you nak buat culture itself, you kena buat macam follow the motif, follow the culture itself. Sometimes the philosophy culture tu sendiri boleh membuat you lebih terbuka dalam membuat art sebenarnya. The most important is the content that you draw lah. Okay, this is the artwork I buat juga about the nature itself. Okay, dalam masa sama, you can see that these people ni dia suka pasal tanah. Tanah sangat memainkan peranan penting dalam kehidupan mereka. Jadi at the same time, kalau you tengok permative painting, cave painting, you can see that dia menggunakan bahan-bahan seperti tanah, seperti arang untuk membuat artwork dia orang kat cave painting last time. And then as a educator, I suka buat guna-guna material ni untuk my work. At the same time, I suka share this knowledge to my student. Especially in art history, I akan selalu buat guna apa-apa colour from the flowers, from the nature itself, tanah ke, and then you apply dekat your work. Tak boleh pakai, tapi charcoal boleh lah, because charcoal is a part of the arang yang dia dibakar. Okay, compost. This one also I buat. Actually for me that when you want to learn art, you kena learn from the nature. You tengok nature itself, dah ada texture, dah ada line, everything, and then you can get inspiration based on the thing that you draw lah. Okay, this is sama juga my student punya sample, because I suka dia orang kalau buat work jangan terlampau fokus on the paper itself. You kena cari your own paper. Macam ni, this one I ajar dia orang lukis atas daun. Okay, this is some of my project with my student lah last time. And sometimes my student yang dah ex-student yang dah habis, sometimes dia rindu I pun, dia ajak I pergi painting, I akan keluar bersama dia orang lah. Okay, this one another example. I punya ni Spirit Dilemma, dia punya title, What Have You Done? Basically this one talk about the society itself juga. You tengok sekarang ni ada pembangunan, ada macam logging, banyak benda yang konflik. And then at the same time, the culture, the spirit itself dekat nature tu dia macam dalam dilema. What have the human done to me? Macam tu. That's why kalau you tengok dekat my work ni, the work carving tu pegang telinga dia macam ni. What have you done? Macam tu. And then dekat tengah tu represent the heart of the jungle itself. Kalau you tengok color-color I guna pun, I banyak menggunakan color-color ritual lah, very bright, spiritual lah. This one juga talk about tree of root. This one talk about the identity. Because sometimes kita sangat conflicts between West and Asian culture. Okay, kalau tengok sini, as a Bidayu itself, kita as a Bidayu. Tetapi kita sebagai pokok sendiri. Kita ada akar, tetapi kita tak ada daun dan kita tak dapat berbuah. Tak dapat berbuah, mean kita tak ada benih untuk mengembangkan kita punya bakat ataupun mengembangkan kita punya budaya sendirilah. Mean is I as a Bidayu and then my ritual tak dapat buat dah. Mean this kind of thing is dying culture already. This is the thing. Kalau tengok I ada buat the apple itself. Apple represent Adam and Eve lah. Represent the Western culture. Okay. This one the gawai itself pun banyak ritual dalam DP gawai. And then this is the ritual basically yang dia orang buat masa gawai lah. Sepanjang 5 hari tu banyak aktiviti dia buat. And then dia ada buat healing ceremony, dia ada rasang punya ceremony, everything dia ada proses lah. Okay, this is the wood carving, the barok, we call barok house. This is the way how I get inspiration, my drawing juga. This is I very lucky because I boleh masuk dekat rumah dekat Opar, masih boleh masuk last time lah. And how this is the thing that I do my degree like last time, and I put watercolors lah. Okay, this is the thing that at the same time barok house kan dia ada tengkorak dalam, and then how I inspiration based on this kind of ritual. Tapi this ritual you tak boleh tengok dah. Last time I tak silap 1992, and then after that I pun sendiri tak dapat tengok. And then the visual itself yang membuat kita baca tengok itu dapat inspirasi lah. Okay, this one sama juga. Basically when they do ritual they akan sacrifice pig ataupun chicken. Okay, and then this is the thing that I dapat inspiration lah. How I apply chicken and then I apply the barok. At the same time, I apply juga the element of the tambuk dalam I punya artwork. This is the ayam. This one my favorite ayam. Ayam ni masih hidup ah. This one I think dah 12 tahun dekat my house. Memang my favorite. I tak suruh my mom bunuh dia. Dia berlari-lari dekat rumah I, dekat kampung. Okay, this one also I memang suka. Ayam lukis untuk dapat as a sketches itself lah. This is my first time digital artwork because I feel that as an artist itself, you tak boleh terlampau selesa dengan you punya material itself. You kena explore digital ke, you kena collaborate with other person lah. Okay, this is the thing that I say collaboration. Mean is, doesn't matter when you graphic design ke, fun artist ke, you boleh jadi apa-apa je. Macam when I do this one, I do illustration. This is the rasang. Rasang memang very important dalam ritual ceremony. Okay, and then after that, this is the drawing that I do. I using the daun as a background, as a surface, and then I buat drawing lah. This is rasang, is Gerai Agus. Okay, and then the best thing is how I apply back. This one I letak background as a marbling technique, and at the same time you can see on the right too is I using digital to draw the drawing to study the structure itself lah. And then this is the thing that I get inspiration juga based on the artwork that I showed to you tadi. The weaving itself, the tambuk, we call tambuk, you nampak dia punya motif tu. Sometimes the motif ni you boleh selectkan dalam punya artwork untuk jadikan inspiration pada you. You not necessarily nak ambil semua, tetapi you boleh stylize lah. Okay, macam ni I buat. This one masih progression. I try to buat macam ritual ceremony and I put color-color modern. At the same time, I put element-element macam rokok, macam padi to show the gawai punya offering. Okay, this is some of my work dululah. I letak weaving juga. This one, some of the weaving I do some exercise and I ask my student to do also because I kerja dekat KL. At the same time, I tak banyak student yang Sabah Sarawak, especially indigenous people community itself. How I sebagai lecturer and as sebagai artist, how I nak transfer this kind of knowledge kepada my student, especially on the indigenous. I suruh my student do lah whatever that I do, but I tukar dia punya subject matter lah. This is the ojung. Ojung pun very interesting because this work is very important in the gawai ceremony. This one is symbolized when they travel to another world, they bring this ojung lah. Di dalam ojung ni ada dia punya spirit of ancestor, spirit dia punya nenek moyang untuk berlayar ke dunia yang lain. Okay. At the same time, this is my first exhibition dekat what I mean installation art dekat Petronas Gallery last time. And then you can see that I buat layar and then I buat installation art. The process is for me that ada stress sikit lah last time when I do this one. They give macam 10 days untuk buat. I very lucky because parents very important part in my life. Because kalau you tengok, I sebagai half city, half boy, okay, half kampung boy. And then I kalau pasal-pasal hutan ni, I think my parents is more better knowledge than me. And then what I do is I ask them to help me to collect this kind of material, and then I start to do my artwork lah. Macam ni, installation art. Because in Bidayuh people, dipakai satu saja. Tetapi when you put together banyak, dia akan jadi more interesting because you can see more detail. Okay, this is some of the work. Dia guna sagu, kulit sagu untuk buat the process, and then you anyam, and then this kulit kayu we panggil boyuh in the Bidayuh culture, Bidayuh baju tradisional tu lah. Okay, this is the thing that the process when I dapat tu nampak I macam very stress. I buat apa ni ya? Macam itulah. Okay, this is the process. I tunjuk saja the process of the making of my work. At the same time, after that I tukar dia punya material. I tukar guna acrylic. This is the thing. I buat acrylic and then I guna palette knife to play with the stroke. Okay. This is the detail. Macam the travel. Because when I view, dia tak mention pun dia travel dekat another world tu, dekat atas ocean ke, atas langit ke. This is my own interpretation lah. Dia punya detail, my work. Okay, this one also I play with the pouring art. Okay, I'm very lucky, and then I letak sikit the ojung tu dekat my work sedikit. Okay, this is basically the ojung ni very important inside the Bidayuh culture itself. This one we call panyut. Panyut ni kalau dia berjalan dekat dunia another dunia tu, dia akan terangkan dia punya environment lah, dia punya maksud behind. This why I say it's a Bidayuh atau a society outsider, we see the culture itself tu just see saja, tapi kita tak tahu meaning behind dia lah. Okay, this is the best thing. Actually, this is my latest project lah. I ada collaborate dengan animation sebenarnya. You can see that bidang fine art ni dia not necessarily you keluar je jadi fine artist, tak ada. You boleh jadi graphic design, you boleh jadi animation. Tapi at the end of the day, depends on how you punya skill. Kalau you nak bergerak sendiri, agak lambat. Tetapi kalau you collaborate with people, macam you collaborate with anthropology ke, you collaborate with animation. Macam I collaborate dengan filmmaker. And then they help me to get the grant. And then dapat grant, dia bayar juga animation. Because I tak pandai buat animation. I just sebagai researcher, and then give all the information, give the story, and then they help us to do. This is the thing lah. You can see that element that I put the Great Agus. And then at the same time I combine with the rasang, and then I combine also with the ojung tadi. Okay. Tapi this one we ada show dekat public on June this year. Okay, this project almost 1 year we do lah. And then this is the thing I cakap tadi, I sebagai researcher, and then the director is William, and then my friend juga Joey. This is the thing, you kena collaborate. Kalau you nak pergi lagi besar, you kena collaborate with other people yang bukan you punya expertise. You tak boleh buat semua. Because last time when I discuss with them, dia cakap, boleh tak you buat drawing? Boleh tak you buat ni? I cakap, I tak boleh buat semua. Because kalau I buat semua, I pun tak boleh. Sebab I mengajar. At the same time, now I become researcher, and then the ask artist lain untuk buat the drawing lah. And then I just consult, salah, tambah sikit, tak boleh. I kena deal with the cultural punya element lah. Okay. At the same time, as a researcher juga, you not necessary you nak publish dekat journal. Sometimes you can publish dekat magazine, open magazine. Semua benda betul related. Because for me that, kalau boleh, as a artist, art design especially, you jangan terlampau selesa, you kena flexible. Kalau boleh lah, I tahu tak semua orang boleh buat. Tetapi you kena try become researcher, become writer important. Because kalau you tengok kat Malaysia itself, tak banyak orang jadi writer. Banyak orang jadi artist and designer, tetapi kurang. Kalau sebab writer ni agak susah. I sendiri pun I ada challenges juga. I nak belajar untuk menjadi writer. Tapi I very lucky because a lot of my friend, when I submit this one, they help me to edit English I. And itu yang paling best. I think when you go, don't worry. You akan jumpa orang yang good to help you to develop your punya storyline lah. Okay. This is some of my work. And then this is the beads. Beads ni pun very important in Bidayuh culture. Dia ada symbolism sebagai pelindung diri, and then sebagai gift to the spiritual world. And I dapat dia punya ni inspiration, and then I buat my own beads. And then lepas tu I transform, I put the bits dekat I punya wood carving, especially wood carving lah. Okay, wood carving. The next one, you can see that how I apply dekat I punya another work. I put the bits ni dekat my work lah. This one is the detail. This is my experimentation juga sebenarnya. You can see ada two warrior there. This one macam protect this kind of dyeing culture itself. This one also sometimes I pergi workshop, I learn from the expert how to do weaving, how to do the beads work, semua lah. And then at the same time, a part of my research, this one is my inspiration lah. This one Tipaduak by Bidayuh culture. Tipaduak ni very important dekat Bidayuh because they help to protect your punya village from the evil spirit to come in lah. Especially the penyakit-penyakit, everything. Sebab this one also kalau based on my research itself, jarang nampak dalam buku lah. Sebab you kena pergi dalam kampung and then you ask. And then this is my work that inspiration based on the Tipaduak itself. I put the element and I put element of tanah and I do buat installation lah. This one exhibition ni I buat dekat Sarawak last time. Okay, this is the process. Okay, this is the work lah. Basically, this is the thing. The title, the first title, this one I put the Bilaya Semongi yang di Pulau Buak. Brain is, this is the last ritual Bidayuh dia akan buat. This is my reaction sebenarnya. Maybe this is the last one. Suddenly memang correct after few years, the gawai ritual tak dijalankan lagi. Macam it's my contribution lah. I feel so sad. Tapi as a researcher, as an artist, I kena move on lah. Whatever the knowledge I ada, I transfer back. And then the Tipaduak tu I buat sebagai symbolize to defend this dyeing culture lah. In a way, in the different form of art actually. Okay, this is another work that I do back to my roots. Because last time I still remember, I very tak open about my culture itself. Because I disebelungi oleh modernization. And then I tak nampak. That's why you can see that dia sikit saja my mata saja nampak. But now I can see more clear lah what is the culture look like. Tadi kamu melihat saya menggunakan Tipaduak element tu menggunakan wood carving. Tetapi now I transform the wood carving tu kepada canvas. I gunakan charcoal, I guna mixed media, I guna acrylic. Sebab you can see that I try to transfer different kind of medium untuk make my work to more variety lah actually. Variety of the work. Okay, this is the thing also. How I get inspiration, I dapat dari myth and legend Bidayuh culture. And I transfer into the mask juga. And then I put the element macam the beats juga dalam my work. I play with the texture. I suka mixed media work. Okay, and then how I inspire student, I ask them to do mask juga. Tapi they can choose any culture that they want lah. Okay, and then at the end of the day, I think as a young people, young generation, when you nak buat something, especially about culture itself, about identity, the most important is you need to understand the mother tongue first. When you understand the culture mother tongue, then you can easier ataupun easy you nak dapat the information that you want actually. That is the most important. At the same time, you kena collaborate with people. You kena using different kind of technology. For example, like macam TikTok, macam Facebook, macam YouTube. Because we tinggal dalam modern society, and then the modern technology, and then how you sebagai golongan muda, you menggunakan this kind of item or medium to transform your knowledge ataupun whatever the creativity that you have lah. Kalau you nak lebih jauh, you kena collaborate lah dengan antropologi, dengan animation, dengan filmmaker untuk mengembangkan lagi you punya karya seni. Dalam hal sama, you kena understand that you buat artwork, you buat for your own society. At the same time, you nak empower community. That is the most important part lah for me. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.